Hey everyone, welcome to my latest video. In this I'm going to be taking you through a process sketch of this boat that I biked past on the Toronto waterfront. Just a quick glimpse of what's to come. And so as usual, I'm on site, on location, doing the pencil and the pen work. And just quickly, this is how I sort of set up a drawing. I've picked a basic unit. In this case, I think it was the distance of the boat edge to the start of that red element. Anyway, I sort of composed the drawing with those initial elements. It's a bit hard to see the pencil, so I skip quite quickly past that, and then I'll take a little bit more time with the pen process. So I'm trying to be very loose and bring out the lines that I want from the initial rough pencil work. And I've been getting better at this process, I think. I'm getting faster. I almost don't pick the pen off the paper and just continually try to keep my hand moving. I think I am overdrawing still, and I'm giving a lot of outlines where I'd like to use the pen as very minimal and build the drawing up with paint more, and the line is more for hard shadows. I'm also just enjoying this process. And this drawing came after a particularly busy week at work. We were part of a construction team, so we had a very busy Monday night building at the TD Center, on top of regular project work. So this is a very close cropped view. I wanted to get all of the busy details of the equipment that's on the boat. There's a small boat that's on a stand on the main cabin of the boat. And I really like the way the main, I think it's a smokestack, pokes up, and then there's the cabin beyond. I liked it too because it had clear shadows. There's a very, I guess we'll get into that a bit later, but I just like the forms of this boat. If anybody watching does similar things to this, please let me know, or if there's other people that sketch on location, I'd love to check other people out. So please share if you do this, or if you know other people that do. And so for this particular drawing, I did take it back home to do the painting. And you can see I started with a wash of just water to prep the paper, and doing the very light shadows first. I picked a very warm gray because the floor of the boat had this very warm texture. And then I think I go straight to the red, very vibrant. That part annoyed me. It went much more dramatically into the beige of the floor than I'd anticipated, but nothing to do now. And let me know if it's interesting to see the mixing of the paints. I sort of left them half in the frame. But if it's interesting to see the mixing of the paints, I can do that in the next round. I'm still finding my way around this palette. There's so many colors. So I'm trying to block out what's in shadow and what's in leave, I guess, the highlights. So the left side of the drawing is very much in shadow and the sun coming from the right side. I think it comes through, but let me know what you think. And it was around this time that I sort of found myself lost. The shadows on the ship are a bit muddy, so I decided to take out the micron again and just pull some of the details forward, some of the line works and sharper shadows. I find the watercolor painting over the lines also has a muting effect, so I just felt it was time to crisp things up. So I was starting now at the end of this to get a bit more satisfied with the work. There's still a lot I want to improve, but in general, I found it encouraging. It's funny, looking back at this, I know what's coming, and I add a sky, a very heavily saturated sky, and I'm wondering if it wasn't the right move. I maybe should have done a very muted sky to let the red pop. But you're about to see. Let me know what you think of this brilliant sky. And I did it to have a strong contrast with the white, the highlights on the right side of the boat to define the shapes. But I don't think it needed to be that bright a color. And then unfortunately, I lost the recording. I added a number of details to bring out smaller elements of the ship. And I also added a tone for the water, but I messed up the recording. So I'll just share a still of the final product. Well, I guess I add a bit more shadow first. And here's the final product. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for tuning in.